Hi guys, welcome back. Mage with me, Sid, on the Mage server, and let me just change my viewpoint. We've finished the tier 4 altar. I was one block short, so we now have a tier 4 blood altar. We need to get a tier 4 orb, but we'll do that later. So since last episode, I've been busy. I have added this little tunnel to the other side and I've mossed it up. I've also, for this one, put in some water sources above the roof just to give it that kind of damp, dank, drippy feel. So like a dungeony feel there. So that is my little tunnel over there, but I need to bridge across there so I can get across to the other side. Let me just have a quick snooze. I'm the only person on, so yeah, that will be handy. Now, I could just go traditional and start building blocks across, but there is in DecoCraft a rather nice. Let me just where are we? So I made a load of building clay, and the items we want are. Where are you? You're hiding from me, aren't you? There is this, the hanging bridge anchor single and the hanging bridge single. So we can make a bridge that actually looks a bit like a rope bridge running across that water, I hope. Anyway, I hope we can. Let me just get a little bit of each of these, and we'll go and say we want... I don't know how many I'm going to need of those, to be honest. Let's just grab 20 for now. And then we'll grab 2 of those. And let's have a look at how this looks as a bridge, rather than going to the traditional build your own bridge route. I'm wondering whether I should actually come up a little bit before we go across. Let me think about this. Well, let's try one, shall we? I'll definitely need to pack in at that point. Let me just try this then, and that's not good. Oh, and they break really, really easily. Maybe not the best idea then. Well, we'll give it a try. We can but try it, can't we? Oh, don't want that. And that's going to ruin the source block. So definitely need to come up a level. So I'm going to need some dirt, which I shall go and grab now. And we should be good. Well, hopefully we'll be good anyway. Let me go and get a stack of dirt. Well, damn things, I'm going to have to move those one of these days. One day. Have a couple of stacks because I'm going to need to bridge across using that first. So let's see, shall we? We'll fill into there and to there. Let me just run underwater here and make this look a little bit nicer. By the way, this is not what we're going to be doing all this episode. So if I'll probably want to put some steps in, won't I? But I've got step assist at the moment, so that isn't a majorly problem. So if we just come across, I'd say hopefully 20 is enough, but if it's not, we've got plenty of stuff to make more. Ooh, hello. And we will come across to this point. I'll tidy all of that. In fact, let me just fill that in now while I think about it. And we'll double that up. So we can go and plump you there. and then we can come across with this and go, no. Oh god, this is so fragile, this stuff. I may have to go back to the old tried and tested method. But, well, we'll give this a try. Worst that can happen is it will look poop. But as I say, we've got Deco Craft, might as well use it. And this does kind of give you... This is probably better for higher up actually, so I may just build a normal bridge after all of this. And then we'll pop you there. Let's go and have a look, because I want to go over this way anyway, just shit. Yeah, it's alright. I'm not hating it. I'll probably stick a normal bridging, to be honest. I think that will be better off if we're bridging from peak to peak. But yeah, we'll do that thing. So, pardon me. Over here, what we have done is I've widened this out. I have changed these pillars to these chisel blocks because they fall horizontally, and I've got a couple. That one's just missing its capstone, and this one's missing a chunk and fallen off. So, vined it all up. I replaced this water with Ethereum because I think it looks nice and magical, and bone mealed the area up. And I think this looks pretty good just for a permanent ritual of binding area. Right, so that said, what we need to do is, let me just get back over into the house. We need to get our blood orb, which I think, hang on, where are we? It is we got the magicians, or is it the master? We know. So we need the master, which is a blood shard with 40,000 life points in the altar. Hopefully I've got a blood shard. Let me go and see if I've got a spare one. And we'll change that out later for something else. I don't know exactly what. And the other thing we need to do is, let me just clear my inventory a bit. We need to start working towards the Well of Suffering, and that will involve getting an upgraded divining rod and the dusk runes. And once we've got that in place, we can actually start to do something quite special, I think, anyway. Right, I don't have any blood runes. You know, it occurs to me, I was running around looking for hostile mobs. I've got a bloody mob spawner over there, haven't I? Before we do that, let me just check, make sure I've got enough life in the network. I should have, because I did a bit of charging earlier. Yeah, I've got 23,000, so we should be good. So we can get our old bound blade, go and activate the spawner, kill a few mobs, get that, and we should be good to go. Using the old spell, sacrificial thingy technique. Sacrificial thingy, that's technical. It's that one we need to turn on. And we'll turn you on. And we'll just go and kill a few of these guys. I think this works. Yes, it does. I can see there's some blood runes there already. Let me go and turn that off again. Go and grab those runes, kill these last stragglers, and we will be good, I think. I really should just take a redstone signal down somehow if I could. But not a problem. Let me get just down here, clear this lot out, and I will see you back over at the spawner. Not the spawner, the blood altar. Okay, I've come back. We filled up the altar. Now this takes 40,000 life, and of course I only have 10,000 life points in there, but with the Ars Magica heal spell, this should be a doddle. Obviously, if you don't have Ars Magica or heal spell, a bit more of a pain, because this actually takes this stuff pretty damn quickly. So we're just going to sit here and spam the knife and the heal. We'll probably get to level 45 as well. We're not far off leveling Ars on this. Yep, there we go. And this is just a matter of rinse and repeat until... Oh, careful. It only does 8, so it's important not to go down to 9 and forget. So it's actually taking it faster than I can put it in, but we should be good, I think. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing this until we get what we're after. The what is it, Master Blood Orb, I think, is it? So yeah, I'll be back in a moment. And that's it, we got it. It took a little bit because obviously we were losing progress. Now, one thing I could have done is put some Runes of Self-Sacrifice in. I didn't really want to do that because I'm going to probably upgrade to Runes of Sacrifice. But at this point, we have 18,000 life points. I think the Well of Suffering requires 50,000 life points. And I also need to make... Let me have a look. I need... Demonic Slates, which basically are Tier 4 altar, 15,000 life points, so I'm going to have to make 2 of those, which come from Imbued Slates, which come from Reinforcement, so I need 2 of those. I need Block of Coal with 2,000 life points to make that, and that will make me the Ritual of the Full Spring. So I'm going to get that all sorted, and be right back with you. Okay, they got everything there, so if we get my Ritual Diviner, and we go in, we pop that there, 2 Demonic Slates, 2 things, that gives us the upgraded Ritual Diviner, and if we then go, we want no, Interdiction, Containment, Binding, Unbinding, High Jump no, Magnetism, Crusher, Well of Suffering. So this is the ritual we want to build, and that we're going to require, let's have a look, 16, 20, 28, 32, 36, 40. So I'm going to need to make, I think off the top of my head, yeah, I'm going to need to make 40, let me just double check that, my maths is, you know what I'm like in maths. 16, that's 20, 28, 30, yeah, 40, including the Master Ritual Stone. So I need to make 40 of these reinforced slates. That's going to be entertaining. Lots of sitting there at the things. I'm going to need some more stone as well. And again, that's going to be me watching YouTube videos while while they process. Thank God for Silk Touch, that's all I'll say. And once we've got that, we need to prepare a space underneath the altar for the actual ritual. Let me just get, that's exactly the amount of slates I need, so if I run those through, we'll be fine. I think that works pretty well. So yeah, I'm going to be watching YouTube videos and stabbing myself in the finger a bit. So I will, I'll be back in a considerable while. See you in a moment. Okay, ignore all the crap in my inventory. I have got the reinforced blood shards. I'm going to want the Magician's Blood Orb and some of that, I think, off the top of my head. So we've got, I think, everything we need to make... Oh, it's not... Is it? Apprentice Blood Orb, okay. Fine. You'd think that those recipes would work with the higher tier ones, But no, obviously not. Right, so this will make 40 ritual stones, and with the there we go. That's where I knew I needed that somewhere along the line. The Master Stone is there. Blub. That should leave me with 36 of those. Right. And let me put that away. Right, and I'll get rid of that obsidian. I don't need that anymore. So let me just double check. It was 16, 20, 28, 32, 36. That's absolutely correct. So I've dug out the space underneath here to put the well in. We need to lose you for a second, and we need to place you slap bang under here. One down, I think. And we can place the old thing there. Now, I don't think there's anything goes directly underneath this, so I should be able to get the Well of Suffering built quite easily in this space, and then I can obviously build my space for the mobs, which are going to be in this. There we go. One Well of Suffering. Let me do a bit of illumination. So that's the space we're working with. So we're just discussing in chat the various options for powering the Well of Suffering. You know, as you do. So we've got the Well of Suffering. Now we should be able to activate that. There's no mobs down here right now. I've got my... well, there might be the odd one further down, but yeah, there's no actual... I don't need you anymore either, do I? So the next thing we need to do is to put some permanent mobs underneath this. Let me just... there's a creeper around here somewhere. Now that should only be drawing life when there are mobs in there. So if we look at that, it's not going down right now, but when a mob goes underneath it should be there. So yeah, as I say, discussing the various means of powering this. Now I want to go down at one more level. I think one level. I think 2 levels actually. Oops, getting carried away there. 2 levels will build a room that goes underneath this, but then I need a means of getting the mobs in. So I'm going to go away and just tidy this up a little bit, build my area that I want, and I will be right back with you. Okay, so I've got the room done, and I've got a chamber here. Now, here is hopefully what I think, well, I think it's the clever bit. It may not be the clever bit, who knows. But what we're going to do is we are going to whack a sticky piston in here, like so. And then just stick a block on top of that. We need to put you back, take you out, and then if we take some, let's have a look, bit of redstone from there, that should do So have a think about this, John. Think. I want to be down at this level. So that probably means we're going to have that and that. Will that work? Of course it won't. Oh, because I haven't put any dust down there, have I? Duh. So, what we're basically aiming to do is I'm going to use the tried and tested witch method of powering this particular structure. So we're going to have... I need more glass. We're going to have our witches. It's dungeon glass, isn't it? In this chamber underneath here. But before we put them in there, I want to make sure they don't despawn. And to do that, we're going to mark this block here with our mark spell. So if I were to cast recall right now, I'll appear here. This doesn't matter, I've got a bit of spare glass. Have I got any of that? Yes, I have. Good. Right, we'll just clear that and pop you in here. So what I want to do is bring the witch in, use a name tag, Winnie, name the witch, drop that, hopefully lure her out. I'll take a chance I can break that if she doesn't want to come through and get that. And I've got 9, I think I've got about 9 or 10 name tags, so we've got enough to be going at that. The only thing that is problematic now is the fact that we have got the zombie, a enderman and a skeleton spawner. Now I have got, where are we? I think I've got 2, no, I've got 1 diamond dolly there. Let me just go and check what we've got, because if I can pick up all 3 of those spawners via the witch spawner, then we'll just take them from there, teleport them over, and the world will be good. Although having said that, if I can take out all 3, then you know what? I actually don't need to worry about that, do I? Or do I? Oh God, thinking hurts. Right, there's a second diamond dolly. There's another diamond dolly. Do I want a 3rd diamond dolly? What's the recipe on those again? Oh, okay. Get there eventually. 3 diamonds and a dolly. Have I got a spare dolly? I've only got the 1 in my thing. Right, I'm just going to get everything I need to do. Clear out those 3 spawners, so we've just got a witch spawner, and we'll do it. And then fire them over, and we'll see how that goes. So I will see you in a moment. Right, we've removed those non-witch spawners. We have our target, so we're in projectile mode on recall. Yes we are. So projectile, fire that one off. We should be able to go now and see her in the well of suffering. It's a bit of a pain backwards and forwards, but these, at least we can keep these running pretty much all the time without having to spawn in vast numbers of mobs. I mean, I think 9 or 10 of these will be more than adequate for our needs. Oops. So here she is. She is doing her thing and healing herself. So we'll name her, open that up, and with a bit of luck you? Gotcha. So one in, and we should be able to see a gradual increase in life points. Not a huge amount, because there's only obviously one witch in there at the moment. So I've got to repeat that process for, I think it's another 9. Let me just go and check. Obviously I need to go and get some experience as well out my shower. And yeah, so I can do another 9. That'll be 10 witches, which should be more than adequate. So yeah, I'm going to get those set up and I will be right back with you. Okay, there we have it. 10 named witches sitting under a well of suffering, generating around about 80 life points per second or so. It's not as fast as it could be. There are ways to speed it up. Now, what I had to do is I started off around here and went, okay, put a water source block in, but the buggers could target me down there, so I then went in and came in from this side and just used that to go out there. But what we can do is we can just now, with this piston setup is finished with, we can maybe we should put ourselves on feather touch, let's not be too wasteful. We can just fill this in, get rid of the old just get that. We can take you out, put you in there. I could reply. What I will do, I think, is just pop you out, stick that in, and boom, lose everything in the process. Well, I suppose we can just take those out as well. Let's not waste anything unnecessary. I can leave the piston and that in there, but yes, so that's going to fairly quickly fill up our life network. I've got the means of getting up here should I need to, just to get to the rune and stuff like that. But pretty much this should be self-sustaining now. I love that animation, watching the witches drinking with the nose. Just loop. But they'll keep going. They shouldn't despawn because they're renamed. Should I need access, we've got that jaded ladder there. So the only thing we can do to really improve this now is go with a rune. Well, I do want to get some of these going, which uses imbued slates, buckets, and those. Now, unfortunately, I think the buckets go, so they have a cost. And the other one is the rune of sacrifice, which is basically those and gold. I'd like to get, I think they had a percentage increase to the thing, so I would probably like to stick in maybe 9, maybe even 20, just put that entire section in as rune of sacrifices down there, and that'll free those up for the next layer, which will be the tier 5 altar, which, if I remember rightly, got a beacon there, and I think it's, oh, I don't know, I'll have to double check it. But yeah, so that's just a matter of doing a little bit of grinding, a little bit of work on the old thing, get the augmented capacity going, because that one, now off the top of my head, I can't remember how much that gives. It's something like 2,000 per rune, so the last orb, the Archmage orb, costs 75,000 life points. We need a Demon Blood Shard as well, which obviously we're going to leave for a while because we're nowhere near ready to go for that. But yeah, this is working. It is working well. 104, so it will be, I think we'll be pretty good. You can see the cost every now and again when it drops down, so it'll go up and then stay and then up and then there's a thing. So yeah, that's just going to do its thing in the background. So we finally got the tier 4, we've got the Well of Suffering, we've got the Divination thing, which will allow us to do something else that I want to work on next episode, probably. Let's just get rid of you for now. Everything else can stay, and we'll just put that away. But for the time being, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm going to let this altar charge up in the background and do its thing. And I will see you next time. So until then, bye for now.